The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Now on, hits a single to right field. That will score. Jaroszewski and the Stars take the lead on the RBI single by Hansen to right field.
Wells fights to keep his shoulder up. And his pin.
2:20 remains in the game. 4th and 17. The Vikings capitalize early on a big one. What will the Squirrels do? Deep pass down the field. Cooper Johnson and Mason O'Malley. Oh my! What a fantastic catch by Cooper Johnson.
Dribble. Got in for down low. Iniger had it knocked free. Gets it back. Muscles his way in. Got it!
Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right, welcome. We're live here at Bob Marshall Field in Dilworth, Minnesota, as we get ready for this matchup here between the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels and the visiting Ada Borup West Cougars. Ada Borup West, as in Norman County West, out of Section 8A. West Division of Section 8A and the Northwest Diamond Conference, and the Cougars come into this one with an overall record of 7-3. Now for the DGF Rebels, they come out of Section 8 AA South, out of the Heart of Lakes Conference. They are 13-5. They started the season 11-0, but they've gone 2-5 in their last 7 games. So they're looking for a bounce back here heading into their final 2 games, I think it is. No, final 1 game of the season. This game originally scheduled for Thursday as part of a trio of games here at Bob Marshall Field, but now they bumped this one ahead to today. So on Thursday, DGF will play Holly in a makeup game from a doubleheader about a week, maybe almost 2 weeks ago. And then Holly will play a makeup game against Ada Borup West on that same day. And for the Cougar fans, you can tune in to Magnitude Sports for that matchup against the Holly Nuggets. We'll be here for both of those games here on Thursday, May 25th. So we thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Concrete is used in nearly every business and residence thanks to its durability and low cost. Whether it's your home, farm, or business, your concrete will likely need maintenance or repair given our harsh winters. The team at Cash Concrete has over 20 years experience and is able to provide the best, most cost-effective service in today's market. Call 701-219-0425 or visit cashconcretefm.com to get your free quote. Cash Concrete, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota commercial businesses and the community since 1995.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
Buffalo River Sales in Glyndon has a rock-solid reputation of providing excellent service, support, and satisfaction. Buffalo River Sales prides themselves on giving customers the best service available, the best parts, and the best accessories, plus a staff that understands all aspects of the business. Check out the line of Hustler mowers and Flow trailers. Buffalo River Sales also offers military discounts. Keep your equipment running right by scheduling your service and repair needs today with Buffalo River Sales, 122 State Street Northeast in Glyndon. Call 218-498-2800.
Here's a look at what needs to be done to win this game. These are your keys to the game.
All right, Keys to the Game brought to you by Maple River Grain and Agronomy. Let's go ahead and take a look at the keys to the game here for the Cougars. Air-free baseball is crucial. Find those gaps to collect the extra base hits, and pitching a mix of in and out works the best against the Rebels. Rebels looking to bounce back. They, like I said earlier, they missed 5 of their last 7, and they're looking to bounce back here, and the only way they're going to do that is if they can take advantage of some missed opportunities by the Cougars. And for the Rebels, make the Cougars earn first base, as in base hit or no walks, or at least walks as possible, no hit by pitches, stuff like that. Take advantage of your speed base running, especially when Jordan Summers reached the base. Cougars, watch out for him to potentially steal every opportunity he's given. And then don't swing at the bad pitches, and those are your keys to the game. So we're starting our senior night here about 8 minutes early, so we will join that in progress right now.
Owen is in his second season as a varsity player. reporting next fall where he will compete in baseball. Owen's parents are Jared and Casey Hoover. The next senior, Bo Majerus. Bo is in his first season as a varsity player. He plans to attend NDSU next fall and is undefeated on a major as of now. Bo's mom is Wendy Majerus. Next senior is Colton Wagner. Colton is in his third season as a varsity player and also competes in football and basketball at DGF. He plans to attend NDSCS next fall and study precision ag. Colton's parents are Jason and Jana Wagner. The next senior is Chandler Wosick. Chandler is in his first year with the varsity. He will attend NDSU next fall and study pharmacy. Chandler's parents are Mark and Tony Wosick. Next senior is Carson Barrett. Carson is in his third year as a varsity player. He plans to attend NDSCS next fall and study diesel mechanics. Carson's parents are Brent and April Barrett. The last senior is Grant Anderson. Grant is in his third year as a varsity player and also competes in basketball at DGF. He plans to attend NDSU next fall and study business management. Grant's parents are Brad and Sarah Anderson. Let's give all these seniors a hand. It's been a pleasure watching you in your high school careers. Congratulations to each of you and good luck in the tournaments. And we wish you success in your future endeavors. Thank you.
All right, and that will conclude the senior night festivities here at Bob Marshall Field. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with your starting lineups right after this. Hang on.
Our insurance agency is here to help you and your business. As an independent agent, we work with many companies that best fit your coverage needs. Feel free to give us a call today for your free quote.
Lixon Anderson InsuranceInc.com or 218-236-7662.
Gourmet Game Processing is the definition of delicious. They provide the best in the products that they offer and how they process your game meat. But they offer more than just high-quality, delicious products. They are a full-service meat shop that has become an important part of the local community, and they are proud to sponsor today's DGF broadcast. Located on Center Avenue in Dilworth and online at gourmetgameprocessing.net.
Randall's Excavating is experienced in underground utilities, specializing in water line, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer, from site preparation and trenching to the installation of all site utilities. They also provide a large number of underground services and can complete your underground work from the street to the building. Randall's Excavating responds to emergency repairs of water leaks, fire protection lines, fire hydrants, sanitary and storm sewer lines, for all commercial and residential needs, including camera inspections, and they work with most plumbing contractors. For more info, visit randallsinc.com or call 701-219-9126.
Game time is now only minutes away. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for this matchup.
All right, welcome back. Once again, your starting lineups brought to you by Randall's Excavating here. And let's go over the starting lineups right now here. We'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Ada Borup West Cougars. And for the Cougars, batting first, top of the lineup, 1, 2, 3. Cameron Spaeth, Trent Sipp, and Austin McCraven. Spaeth, the pitcher, Sipp, the left fielder, McCraven, the center fielder. Middle of the order is number 4, Wyatt Larson, a designated hitter. The third baseman, Lance Kritzberger, and the right fielder, Baron Auden. And then the bottom of the order at 7, 8, 9 is the catcher, Ames Facino, the second baseman, Casper Kritzberger, and the shortstop, number 2, Brennan Fetting. Not batting, but playing first base for the Cougars is Cannon Anderson. And for the DGF Rebels, they will line up like this. Batting 1, 2, 3, Austin Anderson, Landon Johnson, and Jordan Summers. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is Grant Anderson, Owen Hoover, and Peyton Oz. And the bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9 is Carson Barrett, Brody O'Keefe, and Alex Anderson. Bo Majerus, Colton Wagner, Chandler Wasik, and Nick Wally will be the subs here for the DGF Rebels today. Defensively for the Rebels, it'll be Landon Johnson on the mound, Carson Barrett behind the plate, Grant Anderson at first, Owen Hoover at second, Peyton Oz, the shortstop, Brody O'Keefe at third. Austin Anderson in right field, Alex Anderson in center field, and Jordan Summers in left field. That's how the DGF Rebels will set up defensively. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back here with more of your pregame show in just a moment on Magnitude Sports.
Concrete is used in nearly every business and residence thanks to its durability and low cost. Whether it's your home, farm, or business, your concrete will likely need maintenance or repair given our harsh winters. The team at Cash Concrete has over 20 years experience and is able to provide the best, most cost-effective service in today's market. Call 701-219-0425 or visit cashconcretefm.com to get your free quote. Cash Concrete, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota commercial businesses and the community since 1995.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
Buffalo River Sales in Glyndon has a rock-solid reputation of providing excellent service, support, and satisfaction. Buffalo River Sales prides themselves on giving customers the best service available, the best parts, and the best accessories, plus a staff that understands all aspects of the business. Check out the line of Hustler mowers and Flow trailers. Buffalo River Sales also offers military discounts. Keep your equipment running right by scheduling your service and repair needs today with Buffalo River Sales, 122 State Street Northeast in Glyndon. Call 218-498-2800.
Our insurance agency is here to help you and your business. As an independent agent, we work with many companies that best fit your coverage needs. Feel free to give us a call today for your free quote.
LixonAndersonInsuranceInc.com or 218-236-7662.
Gourmet Game Processing is the definition of delicious. They provide the best in the products that they offer and how they process your game meat. But they offer more than just high-quality, delicious products. They are a full-service meat shop that has become an important part of the local community, and they are proud to sponsor today's DGF broadcast. Located on Center Avenue in Dilworth and online at gourmetgameprocessing.net.
Randall's Excavating is experienced in underground utilities, specializing in water lines, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer, from site preparation and trenching to the installation of all site utilities. They also provide a large number of underground services and can complete your underground work from the street to the building. Randall's Excavating responds to emergency repairs of water leaks, fire protection lines, fire hydrants, sanitary and storm sewer lines, for all commercial and residential needs, including camera inspections, and they work with most plumbing contractors. For more info, visit randallsinc.com or call 701-219-9126.
All right, welcome back here to Bob Marshall Field here in Dilworth, Minnesota, as we get ready for this matchup between the Rebels and the visiting Ada Borup West Cougars. Once again, the Rebels come in winning their first 11, but winning only 2 of their last 7, and now they're 13-5 overall. As a result, they are 8-3 in conference play, 9-5 in section play. For the Ada Borup West Cougars, they are 7-3 overall. There is a couple games that were not reported, so they might have another win or another loss, but 7-3 is what I was able to put together. 6-3 in section, 5-3 in conference. They are 5-3 when playing on the road, while the DGF Rebels are 7-3 when playing at home. So there's a couple things to keep in mind. We already went over the keys of the game, brought to you by Maple River Grain and Agronomy and your starting lineups. And how about we get ready to play some baseball here?
Number 3, the pitcher, Cameron Spaeth.
Don't forget, you can find us online on YouTube as well as Twitter and Facebook. Cameron Spaeth will be the leadoff batter here for the Cougars. First pitch will miss outside for ball 1 at 4:34 p.m. Right now, currently, under a mostly sunny sky and 3 degrees shy of 90, 87 our current game time temperature here, as we see ball 2 come across the plate. Should be in the mid to upper 80s throughout the duration of this game today. I could probably see as low as 85, 84. That'd be about the lowest here during this contest. 2-0 pitch. That one will find the edge for a strike right at knee level, and it's 2-1. Once again, Landon Johnson's on the mound here for the DGF Rebels. He's tossing them into the glove of the senior Carson Barrett behind the plate. Barrett will frame that one up over the outside edge for strike 2. You got Gret Anderson at first, Owen Hoover at second, Peyton Oz the shortstop, and Brody O'Keefe over at third base. And then the outfield here after this pitch that's fouled away and it'll remain 2-2. So Alex Anderson is in center, Jordan Summers is in left, and Austin Anderson is in right field for the Rebels, and that's how they'll set up defensively. Once again, the batter is Cameron Spaeth. And 2-2 pitch number 2 on the way. And he'll miss outside and had a full count. First full count of the game. Ball, strike, fouled away in a ball. And now the payoff pitch. 1 minute in. And he fouls it off. He'll earn himself one more pitch. We'll see Trent Sipp into the batter's box next. We'll also see Austin McCraven this inning. And then we'll see if we get any deeper into the Cougar lineup beyond McCraven or not. Payoff pitch number 2 here to Spaeth. And this one hit on a 2-1 bouncer right towards Peyton Oz. He'll fire a strike into the glove of Grant Anderson for the 6-3 ground out. That's 1 up, 1 down, and brings up Trent Sipp. And the first pitch to Sipp is a little bit low and out for ball 1. And the next pitch here for Johnson will be pitch number 10. And right down the middle for a strike. Nice pitch there by Johnson. And on 10 pitches, he has 4 balls and 6 strikes. 1-1 here to Sipp. Lined in the delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. get him. That's a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 1 for Landon Johnson. And out number 2 for the Cougars, bringing up Austin McCraven. So the first batter goes down swinging on the Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter. Now Austin McCraven will step up to the plate 3 minutes into the game now on the third batter. That one will be a curveball that clips the inside of the edge of the plate. Nice pitch by Johnson. Strike 1. And the 0-1 delivery. Swung on, and a little blooper over the head of the shortstop Peyton Oz. Jordan Summers will scoop it up, and that'll be a base hit and a single here for Austin McCraven.
Designated hitter number 4, Wyatt Larson.
So 2 up, 2 down, then the base hit to left center field, and Wyatt Larson, the batter now here for Ada Borup West. Fourth batter in the 4th minute. So averaging about a minute a batter here. And this one fouled off for the first strike.
Return all the foul balls to the concession stand. Thank you.
This game originally scheduled to be played on Thursday as part of a trio of games here at Bob Marshall Field. He moved it ahead to today, and now they'll just have 2 games instead of 3 games on Thursday. Cougars will be a part of one of those 2 games when they take on the Hawley Nuggets. And for the Cougar fans joining in, we'll have that game for you here on Magnitude Sports, along with the DGF Hawley game that will follow that game. And this one right back to Landon Johnson. He looks at second, but tosses it over to first because that's the only out he needed. And Wyatt Larson will ground out on a 1-3, and that will end the top half of the first. They leave 1 stranded on base, and they get 1 hit. No errors and no runs. And now the Rebels will exchange their gloves for the bats and come out swinging with Austin Anderson, Landon Johnson, and Jordan Summers, your top 3 for the Rebels when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Concrete is used in nearly every business and residence thanks to its durability and low cost. Whether it's your home, farm, or business, your concrete will likely need maintenance or repair given our harsh winters. The team at Cash Concrete has over 20 years experience and is able to provide the best, most cost-effective service in today's market. Call 701-219-0425 or visit cashconcretefm.com to get your free quote. Cash Concrete, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota commercial businesses and the community since 1995.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Cougars get 1 hit. They leave 1 stranded on base. And now we'll see Austin Anderson lead things off here for the DGF Rebels. Cameron Spaeth is the pitcher on the mound here for Ada Borup West.
Number 6, Austin Anderson.
And he tossed him into the glove of Ames Facino. I want to say thanks to the Cougars head coach, or one of the coaches, for helping me out with some of the name pronunciations on the Cougars roster. And it looked like he was going for a bunt, and the first pitch from Spaeth was in for a strike. And the 0-1 delivery. Swung on, popped up way high. And Ames Facino will make the catch. Was probably an Olympic record of height on that pop-up there.
Pitcher number 5, Landon Johnson.
I could have easily played a song before that ball came back down. One away here, and now it's Landon Johnson. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Now we're even at 1-1. Here's that one comes in just a little bit high. One ball, one strike, one out, nobody on. Here's the windup from Spaeth, and it's high for ball number 2. Around the bases, you got Cannon Anderson at first base for the Cougars, Casper Kritzberger at second base, Brennan Fetting, the shortstop, and Lance Kritzberger at third base. The outfield here after the 2-1. Low one outside, 3-1. Austin McCraven is in center field for the Cougars. You got Trent Sipp in left field and Baron Odden over in right field here for Ada Borup West. Spaeth will set, wind, and deal the 3-1. Right down the inside edge of the plate, full count at 3-2. Cameron Spaeth now on his 8th pitch. We're 9 minutes into this ball game now here with one away in the bottom of the first. And that will miss for ball 4, and that'll be the first runner on base here for the Rebels. And now we'll see Jordan Summers. Jordan Summers has had a fantastic game despite the loss against Perham a couple of last Tuesday. I believe 1 week ago today, if I remember correctly. Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner on first for Johnson, and that is going to be Nick Wally. Jordan Summers was 7 for 8 in the doubleheader versus Perham on last Tuesday or Thursday. I have to look it up. I can't remember, but it was one of those 2 days. It was the day that it was really cold out for being almost 60 degrees. Let's put it that way. That pitch will go into the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Jordan Summers had a solo home run in that doubleheader against Perham. It went over the right field fence. He had a couple hits to left field, a couple hits to center field, and 3 hits to right field, including one of those 3 being that solo home run that I just talked about. 2-0 now here to Jordan Summers. One away, runner on first is Nick Wally. Ten minutes into the game now here, and Spaeth on 10 pitches, 6 balls, 4 strikes. And make that 7 balls and 4 strikes on 11 pitches, and it's a 3-0 count here to Jordan Summers. So Summers will not be swinging here. Spaeth will either walk him or cash in his free strike. He'll look over his shoulder at the runner, and he will cash in that free strike. It's 3-1. If Summers can reach base, the Cougars are going to have to watch him. He has some speed to his legs. Could easily steal 2 bases in one play. Pick-off attempt over at first on Wally. Wally slides back in time. And this one will pop away from Facino to his left side, and it'll be ball 4. Wally will advance to second as a result of the walk to Summers. That puts 2 runners on and brings up Grant Anderson, the senior. Grant Anderson hit a home run. Matter of fact, if you see that orange car right there, he hit the back bumper of that orange car on his right field home run here in trying to remember. Oh, and a game against Barnesville, actually. I can't remember if it was the first or second game against Barnesville, but it was one of the 2. Anderson will take the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Anderson, outside of the outside of the home run to right field, is pretty much an equal opportunity outfield hitter. He'll put it wherever he wants. I'll see where he puts it on this at bat here. If he can get a good pitch that he likes. That one comes inside, and a nice job there by Facino to keep it in front of him. Otherwise, you might have had 2 runners in scoring position instead of 1 for the Rebels. 2 balls and no strikes. And this one will find the gap and hop into left field. And now rounding third is Nick Wally, and he will score. And it's 1-0 and an RBI single for Grant Anderson. So now it's Owen Hoover's turn to keep this thing going here for the Rebels. When Hoover steps up to the plate here on Magnitude Sports, his two favorite spots to hit the ball to are straightaway center and left center field. If he angles it deep left or deep right, it's usually a fly out, according to his spray chart. This one going to center field as well. Charging in is McCraven. Actually backpedaling was Brennan Fetting, the shortstop, and he made the catch, so that's out number 2. And now it'll be Peyton Oz, the shortstop, stepping up to the plate here for the Rebels.
Shortstop number 7, Peyton Oz.
So to reset here, you have Jordan Summers, the runner on second. Grant Anderson, the runner on first. 2 away, and now Peyton Oz is the batter. One hit for each team so far. Here's the windup and the pitch, and it comes off the handle of the bat and is fouled off to the left side of the third base line for strike 1. Upper handle or lower barrel, however you want to look at it. Maybe a slightly early swing too, but Spaeth kind of jamming up Oz on the inside there a little bit. He'll look back at second, deliver the pitch, and this one is also fouled off, so almost an exact replay of the previous pitch. He finds himself down 0-2 with 2 away and 2 on now, and pitch number 19 for Spaeth. We'll see if he can finish off the first inning on his 19th pitch or not. We're 15 minutes into the game. He'll look back at Summers on second, wind and deliver, and this one fouled straight back and right into that middle post of the backstop there, and it will remain 0-2. So 3 pitches, and all 3 of them have been fouled away. And this one is also fouled away. So he's seen 4 pitches, and he's put 3 of those 4 in the direction of the DGF dugout. And that one's a little bit high, so ball 1. And this one is smacked up left field. It might have a chance to drop. No, the shortstop, Brennan Fetting, is there to end the inning. So they'll strand 2 on base, and that ends the first inning of play. But the Rebels do get 1 across on a hit. No errors, and they leave 2 on base. We'll be back with the second inning right after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Our insurance agency is here to help you and your business. As an independent agent, we work with many companies that best fit your coverage needs. Feel free to give us a call today for your free quote.
Lixon Anderson Insurance Inc.com or 218-236-7662.
Gourmet Game Processing is the definition of delicious. They provide the best in the products that they offer and how they process your game meat. But they offer more than just high-quality, delicious products. They are a full-service meat shop that has become an important part of the local community, and they are proud to sponsor today's DGF broadcast. Located on Center Avenue in Dilworth and online at gourmetgameprocessing.net.
All right, welcome back. It's 5, 6, and 7 for the Cougars. This is Lance Kritzberger at the plate. First pitch is up high for ball one. It's 1-0 in favor of the DGF Rebels. Landon Johnson took care of the Cougars in 16 pitches in the first, and here's pitch 18. And that will hit the corner for a strike, 1-1. 18 pitches in 18 minutes. 13 of those 18 have found the strike zone. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Johnson struck out one batter in the first inning, and now he's potentially a pitch away from striking out his second batter. We'll see if he can do it here on pitch number 20. And he'll foul it off and earn himself at least one more pitch of this at bat. We'll also see Baron Auden and Ames Facino here in this inning. Once again, it's 5, 6, and 7 for the Cougars here in the top half of 2. Wind up in the pitch appeared to be high. Did it drop in? It did not. It's 2-2. Ball, strike, foul, and a ball to come to our 2-2 count. Here's the windup in the 2-2 delivery. This one is, oh, I thought it was going to be outside, but it was not. It stayed elevated right at knee level, caught the corner, and it's strikeout number 2 for Landon Johnson on Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter. Baron Auden now is the batter for the Cougars. As the wind starts to pick up a little bit here, but thankfully we're inside a little bit protected press box. And the wind dies down right as he delivers that one into the glove of Austin Anderson in right field for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out on Baron Auden. And now Ames Facino will step up to the plate here for Ada Borup West. Man, a strike is called there. Nice pitch by Johnson once again. You got Johnson on the mound, Barrett behind the plate, and Anderson at, that's Grant Anderson at first, Hoover at second, Oz at short, O'Keefe at third. And this one is flied out center field. Backpedaling is Alex Anderson, and he makes the grab. And that's 3 outs already. 1, 2, 3 inning here for the Rebels on the Cougars, and it remains 1-0 going into the home half of 2. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Randall's Excavating is experienced in underground utilities, specializing in waterline, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer, from site preparation and trenching to the installation of all site utilities. They also provide a large number of underground services and can complete your underground work from the street to the building. Randall's Excavating responds to emergency repairs of water leaks, fire protection lines, fire hydrants, sanitary and storm sewer lines, for all commercial and residential needs, including camera inspections, and they work with most plumbing contractors. For more info, visit randallsinc.com or call 701-219-9126.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 Rebels here, home half of the 2. Update from the junior varsity game. They're in the bottom of the first with 1 out. DGF has a 10-0 lead over Ada Borup West in the junior varsity game, which you can kind of see off there over the fence, over the scoreboard in left center field there. You can see a couple teams playing. That's the junior varsity game, and once again, the Rebels have a 10-0 lead with 1 out at last report in the bottom of the first. So keep you updated on that game as we go through our broadcast here. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Rebels. Carson Barrett will be the leadoff batter here in the bottom of 2. We'll also see Brody O'Keefe and Alex Anderson. Cameron Spaeth will toss pitch 24 to start inning 2, or the bottom half of 2, I should say. Carson Barrett came that close to having a straightaway center field home run against Perham last week, but fell just a little tiny bit short. Ball 1 to the senior Barrett. 23 minutes through 1.5 innings of play. There's the 1-0 pitch, and that one's low for ball 2. So on 25 pitches, 13 balls and 12 strikes, according to my numbers here for Cameron Spaeth. And the 2-0 windup and delivery. Inside edge, nice pitch. Got it in there for strike 1. Once again, we're under a mostly sunny sky. We started at 87. We've dropped down to an 86 right now. So, but with the wind gusting, it's producing a nice cool breeze. And it certainly doesn't feel like 86 at the moment, at least not where I'm sitting at. And that'll be a walk. So Brody O'Keefe. I could close my eyes and hear the walk-up song, and I'd know who it is without looking at my roster. Barrett will come off. We'll have I believe it might be Bo Majerus. And it is Bo Majerus, who will courtesy run on first here for Carson Barrett. And Brody O'Keefe will step up to the plate. Every time he's hit the ball, it's dropped somewhere in center field on Magnitude Sports. So we'll see if that trend continues or not here on this at-bat. So they're going to try and pick off Majerus right away here, and he's back in time. Umpire's going to toss a ball back to the DGF coach here. They're going to get a different ball into play. He apparently didn't like something he's seen on that ball, so this ball's been used too much. First actual pitch to O'Keefe is low and in for ball 1. And pitch number 30 for Spaeth coming up here. That one's high, and they'll snap throw up to first. It's close, and he's safe. That was a little too dangerous, too close for comfort there, if you're a DGF fan. Pitch came outside for a ball. Ball 2 to Brody O'Keefe. So 2 pitches and 2 pickoff attempts here on O'Keefe's at bat. And now one ball will pop away here from Facino, and Majerus will take off for second and make it in standing, and it'll be ball 3 to O'Keefe. So stolen base there for Majerus. And now a 3-0 count here to O'Keefe, and unless it's the pitch of his dreams, he won't be swinging. And he'll take the strike, and it's 3-1. Time is called, and Facino will jog up to the mound here to have some words with Spaeth. Once again, broadcast coverage of today's game brought to you by Cash Concrete, Maple River Grain and Agronomy, with locations in both Barnesville and the DGF communities. Buffalo River Sales now under new ownership. Tommy's Express Car Wash bringing you your home runs and strikeouts today. Licks and Anderson Insurance, Gourmet Game Processing, and Randall's Excavating. Certainly appreciate their support in making this broadcast possible today. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's high for ball 4, and now there's 2 runners on base. So DGF got runners on first and second in the bottom of the first.
Center fielder number 4, Alex Anderson.
They've never had a runner on third. They had one follow through third on their way home to score the lone run of the game so far. But outside of that, nobody's advanced beyond second. Here's Alex Anderson now. And he'll show bunt and pull the bunt back, and I missed the call from the umpire. It was a ball, 1-0. Goes to square up again. He pulls it back because the pitch goes way outside, and Facino able to trap it in front of him. It's 2-0. And that one's popped up and out of play. Two and one. Sanderson went to square up on that. I don't think he got the full square up that he was looking for before the ball hit the bat. 2-1 to Space. Looks back at Majerus on second. Delivers outside. It's 3-1. Pair of balls. They found a way bunt, and now another ball low and outside, and it's 3-1 here with Austin Anderson, the batter, on deck. Alex Anderson will square up on the 3-1, and he'll get thrown out. But the sacrifice bunt does its purpose. It moves the runners over to second and third. And now it is Austin Anderson. As we flip it back to batter one in the lineup here. A few seconds shy of the 30-minute mark of the ball game. So 2-3 on the throw out. Advances Majerus over to third and O'Keefe up to second. And now base hit could crack this one open here for the Rebels. If Austin Anderson can get a pitch that he likes, he would pop out on a very high pop out to the catcher Facino last time he was at the plate. And there's strike two, so a quick 2-strike count here to Austin Anderson. As we've officially hit the 30-minute mark, and Spaeth is 40. This will be pitch 41. One away, and a grounder out over towards Anderson at first, and he dives, and so does Kritzberger, and they'll sneak by them both into shallow right field. And that will score a run and move O'Keefe over to third.
Number 5, the pitcher, Landon Johnson.
And now we got Landon Johnson. Is Austin Anderson able to squeeze one by two positional players into shallow right? Majerus comes in to score. O'Keefe up to third. Runners on the corners now for the Rebels with one away, and Landon Johnson was walked last time he was at the plate. Runner will go, and Facino will let it drop in front of him. So a free stolen base there for Austin Anderson. And now runners on second and third. Wind up in the 1-0. Swung on and hit hard on a 2-bouncer to Kritzberger at third. He'll fire it across, and scooping it is Anderson at first. Run will score on the RBI ground out. Austin Anderson advances to third, and it's 3-0 DGF.
Outfielder number 2, Jordan Summers.
So 3 runs on 2 hits so far as the pitch comes in high for a ball, 1-0. Once again, 2 away. Austin Anderson, the lone runner on base at third right now, 90 feet away from potentially making it a 4-0 game. And Spaeth will deal outside for a ball 2. The 2-0 pitch will also escape to the outside, and it's 3-0 now. It's another 3-0 situation here. 20 strikes on 45 pitches for Spaeth as he closes in on the half-century mark. And he'll walk them on 4 pitches. And now put runners on the corners again. Bring up Grant Anderson.
First baseman number 18, Grant Anderson.
So here's a situation where the Cougars might have to watch out for the double steal. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Jordan Summers has some speed to his legs, and there's no doubt in my mind that he could easily reach second if he made the attempt. And he will go. And the throw is right back to Spaeth. Spaeth will look over at third, and Summers gets the easy steal to second. Pitch comes across as a ball. It's 1-0 here to Grant Anderson. That one drops in low for ball 2. It was over the plate, but below the knees of Anderson. And the 2-0 pitch. That one caught the inside. That was a good pitch there by Spaeth. And that one's flared off over the DGF dugout now to play for strike 2. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here in the bottom of the second. Spaeth on pitch 51. Outside, ball 3 and a full count. So on 50 pitches, 28 balls and 22 strikes for the Cougars pitcher. And the payoff pitch. Low, it walks him, and that loads the bases here for DGF. Looking for some movement from the Cougar dugout. I don't see any at the moment here, so.
Second baseman number 3, Owen Hoover.
Hoover flied out to the shortstop and shallow center last time he was at the plate. Now he has the bases loaded and a pitch that's stopped by Facino from going between his legs and had it. A run could have very likely have scored. It's ball 1. So nice job there by Facino to block that one in front of him with his glove. And that one will come in just a little bit off the mark for ball 2. And that is a strike. 2-1 the count now here to Owen Hoover. If Hoover can reach base, it'd be Peyton Oz who's on deck here for the Rebels. Bases loaded with 2 away. And there's a balk that's called, and now that will bring in Austin Anderson to make it 4-0. And now open up first base. So that pitch never happened. It remains 2-1. And now Facino will go up and have another chat here with Spaeth. 37 minutes into the ball game here in the bottom of the second. Three runs here in the bottom of the second for the Rebels. Second and third now, 2 balls and a strike. And this one sent to right field and foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes as a result. So you got 2s across the board again, and the 2-2 pitch. High and in, ball 3. So now Spaeth in danger of loading the bases again here with Peyton Oz on deck. Once again, Owen Hoover's the batter, Jordan Summers over on third, and Grant Anderson the runner on second for the Rebels. Outside, and the bases are loaded. So Peyton Oz, who would fly out to the shortstop and shallow left last time he was at the plate, will get another chance to maybe pick up an RBI or 2 on this at bat. First pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. So once again, Jordan Summers, the runner on third, Grant Anderson, the runner on second, and Owen Hoover, the runner on first. The faces on the bases here for DGF. And the 1, and this one hit hard on a 2-bouncer towards Fetting at short, and they'll go to second for the force out on Hoover, and that's the only out they needed. So the run will not score, and that will end the second inning. They'll strand 3 on base. And we'll go now to the top of the third. We're at 38 minutes of the ball game. We have 2 innings complete and a 4-0 lead for the Rebels. 4 runs on 2 hits. They've now left 5 on base. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Our insurance agency is here to help you and your business. As an independent agent, we work with many companies that best fit your coverage needs. Feel free to give us a call today for your free quote.
Lixon Anderson InsuranceInc.com or 218-236-7662. All right, welcome back. Head to the top of the third here with batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Cougars. Update from the junior varsity game. Grand Slam was just hit by DGF, and they now lead 17-0 in the bottom of the second. We'll update you on that game here as we continue throughout our broadcast here. So the Rebels leading big in the JV game. First pitch here to Carson Kritzberger. Comes in for strike 1. It'll be Kritzberger along with Brennan Fetting and Cameron Spaeth. Batters 8, 9, and 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 there for Kritzberger. And Kritzberger a little frustrated. Wish he had another opportunity at that pitch. Landon Johnson will wind on the 0-2 and swing and a miss. And he gets his third strikeout on the Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter. So Kritzberger goes down, swinging on 3 pitches.
Number 2, Brennan Fetting.
And now the shortstop, Brennan Fetting, is at the plate here for the Cougars. Cougar fans, we got your game against Hawley right here at Bob Marshall Field coming up on Thursday. It's part of a 2-game slate on the schedule for Magnitude Sports on Thursday, as the DGF Rebels will play the Hawley Nuggets after the conclusion of the Hawley Ada Borup West game. 1 ball, no strikes here to Fetting. So Cougar fans, circle that one on your calendar, if you will. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on here. 4-0 lead for the DGF Rebels. Here's the windup and the 1-1 delivery. Swung on and a little roller out towards Oz. He will mishandle it, and that will allow the runner to reach base, and that'll be an error. First error of the game, charged to the shortstop. And now it's Cameron Spaeth as we go back to the top of the order.
Cougars. Pitcher number 3, Cam Spaeth.
Sometimes those shortstops can mishandle it, but still grab it and toss it over in time. But when they don't, it can be a little frustrating. And that was one of those frustrating moments there for the Rebels. Right now, that error is not going to hurt them, but it all depends on how the Cougars respond here. Down 4-0. 1 pitch will get by Barrett into the backstop, and Fetting will make it to second base. It'll be ball 2 to Spaeth. Spaeth 0 for 1, grounded out to the third. I can't remember if he grounded out to third or short, but he grounded out, I can tell you that much for sure, last time he was at the plate. 2-1 the count now. And a strike is delivered to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball, strike in that order on 4 pitches so far here to Cameron Spaeth. So it's a pitcher versus pitcher battle. And right now Landon Johnson is winning that battle as he got Spaeth to ground out last time. Two. Swung on, right field, fouling out of play. You can see the winds blowing from first base to third base if you look at the American flag in center field there. Little hopper and over to first. Nice throw by Landon Johnson. Delivering strikes for the first 2 and 3rd innings into the glove of Carson Barrett. Now he delivers one to Grant Anderson for an out.
11, Trent Sipp.
So it goes into the books as a 1-3 ground out to the third base side. Fetting does move to third on the play, and now it's Trent Sipp, the batter. He went down swinging. He's one of 3 victims of the Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter today. Here for Landon Johnson. The 1-0. And now it's 1-1. And the 40th pitch is coming up now here for Landon Johnson. We're 45 minutes into the ball game here with 2/3 of the top half of the 3rd done. And he took a little late swing there, and as a result, he dropped it right onto home plate for strike 2. So the Cougars 90 feet away from potentially cracking that goose egg on the scoreboard. Fouled away, and he'll earn himself another pitch here at a 1-2 count. Austin McCraven is the batter on deck here for the Cougars if Sipp can reach base with no outs occurring. And the 1-2. Tried to hit the edge and missed it. And that's an okay pitch to try and hit that edge and miss outside. You have a couple pitches to work with on that scenario, so we'll see where he puts it this time. And he's going to try the same spot. And now coming in is Fetting, and he will score, and the Cougars are on the board. So Fetting will score on a wild pitch, and the count moves to 3-2 here for Trent Sipp. And now he'll walk him on a full count. That's the first walk batter for Landon Johnson today.
Center fielder number 5, Austin McCraven.
So he does reach base, and now McCraven, who singled to left field last time he was up, will have a chance to go 2 for 2 here. He'll face pitch 45 from Landon Johnson. Pitch 45 is in for strike 32. And an 0-1 count here to McCraven. Pushes Wyatt Larson into the on-deck circle here for the Cougars. That one's a little bit low, and it's even at 1-1. It's 2-1. as Johnson closes in on the half-century mark on his pitch count here. 47 pitches and 47 minutes of gameplay. He'll look over his shoulder at Sip on first and deliver. And this one hit hard, and the wind kind of pushed it back towards center field. It looked like Owen Hoover might have been able to make a play on it there, and then the wind just suddenly shifted the other direction, and Alex Anderson was shallow enough in the outfield to prevent Sip from going any further than second base. It'll be a base hit for the Cougars and bring up Wyatt Larson. But you can see the American flag in center field. It's blowing to the left as you see it on your TV screen, and that means the wind, that ball made a shift in that same direction when it went towards second base. Swing and a miss there for strike one. Larson grounded out right back to Landon Johnson on a 1-3 last time he was at the plate. Two on and two away, and strike two. So the wind's really starting to pick up here. And it goes to the outside. Wyatt Larson chased it and paid the price. And they'll strand two on base. As a result, we go now to the middle of the third. And two out for the Rebels is the bottom of the order. 7, 8, and 9. It's Barrett, O'Keefe, and Alex Anderson. And Carson Barrett will face off against pitch number 62 from Cameron Spaeth when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Randall's Excavating is experienced in underground utilities, specializing in water lines, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer, from site preparation and trenching to the installation of all site utilities. They also provide a large number of underground services and can complete your underground work from the street to the building. Randall's Excavating responds to emergency repairs of water leaks, fire protection lines, fire hydrants, sanitary and storm sewer lines, for all commercial and residential needs, including camera inspections, and they work with most plumbing contractors. For more info, visit randallsinc.com or call 701-219-9126.
Concrete is used in nearly every business and residence thanks to its durability and low cost. Whether it's your home, farm, or business, your concrete will likely need maintenance or repair given our harsh winters. The team at Cash Concrete has over 20 years experience and is able to provide the best, most cost-effective service in today's market. Call 701-219-0425 or visit cashconcretefm.com to get your free quote. Cash Concrete, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota commercial businesses and the community since 1995.
All right, 4-1 in favor of DGF here as we move to the home half of the third. It's Barrett, O'Keefe, and Anderson. 7, 8, 9, the bottom of the order here for the Rebels. And pitch 61 coming up here for Cameron Spaeth. Update from the junior varsity game. Not long ago, the Rebels hit a grand slam to make it 17-0. Cougars would walk the next three batters to load the bases, and the Rebels would hit another grand slam, and now it's 21-0. Nobody out in the bottom of the second inning right now over in the junior varsity game. So the Rebels with a comfortable 21-0 lead in the JV game and a strike here. And you could say that 4-1 is not a comfortable lead for the Rebels here. So 0-1 here to Barrett. He was walked last time he was at the plate. And this one, sent to left field. Does it have the distance? No, it does not. Trent Sipp is there for out number one. So two pitches in and out here. And now Brody O'Keefe will be the batter. Wonder why he went from the dugout to the plate in a split second. It's because YouTube decided to trim out that song. Over in the JV game, it looks like they either hit a 2 or a 3-run homer just now to increase their 21-0 lead to a few more runs. And that one popped up in right field, the foul for strike 2. So this is pitch number 67 coming up here. Oh, wait, hang on a bit. It's 2-2. So it is pitch 68 coming up. And this one will bounce away, but nobody's on base to take advantage of that opportunity. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. It's the first strikeout for Cameron Spaeth on the Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter. And now he'll try and get his second one here against Alex Anderson.
Center fielder number 4, Alex Anderson.
Anderson 0 for 0. He was thrown out on a sacrifice bunt that moved his teammates from first and second to second and third last time he was at the plate. This one will drop in a little bit low for a ball. It's 1-0. It was a 2-run homer. It's now 23-0 in favor of DGF in the junior varsity game. We'll keep you updated on that one. I would imagine that one might be coming to a conclusion here pretty soon. I'm not sure if the varsity mercy rules apply in JV, but this one off the top of the mitt and high for ball 3. And he'll walk him. So Alex Anderson's on base, and now it's Austin Anderson as we return to the top of the order. Anderson 1 for 2. He'd pop out on that high pop out to the catcher Facino. And then last time he snuck one past a diving first baseman and a diving second baseman into shallow right for a base hit. And this one's going to Kritzberger at second. It will not pass him, and he'll deliver it into the glove of Anderson at first for the third out. They'll strand one on base, and we complete 3 innings of play here at Bob Marshall Field. It's 4-1 as the Cougars get on the board there in the top of the third, and now they'll have a chance to trim that even more as we move to the top of the fourth. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Gourmet Game Processing is the definition of delicious. They provide the best in the products that they offer and how they process your game meat. But they offer more than just high-quality, delicious products. They are a full-service meat shop that has become an important part of the local community, and they are proud to sponsor today's DGF broadcast. Located on Center Avenue in Dilworth and online at gourmetgameprocessing.net.
Our insurance agency is here to help you and your business. As an independent agent, we work with many companies that best fit your coverage needs. Feel free to give us a call today for your free quote.
Lixon Anderson InsuranceInc.com or 218-236-7662. Welcome back. We move to the top of the fourth now. And it'll be batters 5, 6, and 7 for the Cougars. They'll start with Lance Kritzberger at the plate. And strike one here to Kritzberger. When we started, we were mostly sunny in 88. Now we're mostly sunny in 86 with the wind out of the... I don't think the direction is right there. Oh, actually, no, it is the right. South to the north at 12 miles per hour. Seems like the gust could possibly be higher than that, but 1-1 the count now here to Kritzberger. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Fouls this one back to the right side of our broadcast station here, and it's doing a 1-2. Pitch 55 coming up here for Landon Johnson compared to 75 pitches for Spaeth for the Cougars. Swing and a miss, and that is another Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout for Landon Johnson.
Number 7, Baron Auden.
And he'll record his 5th strikeout of the day. Ball 1. And strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Baron Auden. 0 for 1 as he would fly out to Austin Anderson in right field last time he was at the plate. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Landon Johnson has caught a few Cougar batters here, getting them to go to the outside, and as long as it's working, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he continues to throw them out to the outside here. And a swing and a miss, and it's strikeout number 6 for Landon Johnson, and now there's 2 down here.
Catcher number 9, Ames Facino.
As Ames Facino, he would fly out to Alex Anderson in center field last time he was up. Now 6, count them 6 strikeouts for Landon Johnson on the Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter. 2 away, nobody on, and the pitch here to Facino. Will hit the edge for strike 1. And Landon Johnson getting a lot of practice throwing him to the outside edge. He's had a few batters chase him, he's had a few not, but more of them have gone to the strike call instead of the ball call, so that's always a good thing, especially if it's the team you're cheering for. And it's ball 1 there, 1-1 the count. We've reached the 1 hour mark of the ball game now here, with first pitch coming at 4:34, 88 degrees, now 5:34 and 86 degrees here at Bob Marshall Field in Dilworth. Just pretty much across the street and to the north of DGF Elementary School if you've never been here before. And another strikeout. His 7th of the game. And another one swinging. And then it's batters 2, 3, and 4 now for DGF as we go to the home half of the 4th. We're halfway through this game here, and it's a 4-1 lead for the DGF Rebels. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
Buffalo River Sales in Glyndon has a rock-solid reputation of providing excellent service, support, and satisfaction. Buffalo River Sales prides themselves on giving customers the best service available, the best parts, and the best accessories, plus a staff that understands all aspects of the business. Check out the line of Hustler mowers and Flow trailers. Buffalo River Sales also offers military discounts. Keep your equipment running right by scheduling your service and repair needs today with Buffalo River Sales, 122 State Street Northeast in Glyndon. Call 218-498-2800.
It's the home half of the 4th here at Bob Marshall Field in Dilworth as the DGF Rebels have a 4-1 lead over the Ada Borup Norman County West Cougars. Cameron Spaeth will toss pitch 76 to Landon Johnson to lead off the bottom of the 4th here. Johnson will be followed by Jordan Summers and Grant
Leading
Anderson.
out the bottom of the 4th, number 5, the pitcher, Landon Johnson.
It's batters 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Rebels here in the home half of 4. One hour and 2 minutes to play the first half of this game. We'll see if the second half goes by a little bit quicker or not. For the most part, it's been a fast game. A big chunk of the 1 hour, 2 minutes took part in the bottom half of the second, where the DGF Rebels scored 3 runs, and that was the last time that they had scored in this game so far. So now it's 2-0. And a strike is called, 2-1. Landon Johnson 0 for 1. He was walked his first time up, then grounded out to third on a 5-3 last time he was at the plate. Here's the 2-1. That one will miss outside, and it's 3-1. Got 1 out in the junior varsity game in the bottom of the second. The DGF Rebels have increased their lead to 24-0 as Landon Johnson walks for the second time this game. Now Jordan Summers. Speaking of Nick Wally will move to first base here to take over the running responsibilities for Landon Johnson. So Landon Johnson been walked twice on 3 attempts, and speaking of batters who've been walked twice, let me introduce to you Jordan Summers, 0 for 0 with a walk and a walk. Swing and miss, strike 1 here. Jordan Summers went 7 for 8 in the doubleheader against Perham. Here he's 0 for 0 on 2 plate appearances so far, but he's reached base on his last 9 of 10 at bats. And this one's fouled off for strike 2, which is a pretty impressive streak, to say the least, here for the star running back for the DGF football team. DGF making it all the way to the state championship game last fall in football and fell a little bit short. And they will open up the football season this coming August with a road game in Barnesville, who happened to win the state championship in AA last year. So that should be a pretty fun and entertaining matchup come early August. Now officially, that's quote unofficial, but it's official. Let's just put it that way. Second strikeout of the game for Cameron Spaeth as Jordan Summers,
First baseman number 18, Grant
strikes
Anderson.
out looking. Grant Anderson now 1 for 1 with a single to left, and he was walked last time he was at the plate. 1 hour and 7 minutes time of the game so far. Pitch will miss low for a ball. It's 1-0. Once again, Grant Anderson, the senior, is 1 for 1. Single to left and a walk. And that will move Owen Hoover into the on-deck circle here for the Rebels. Spaeth with pitch 64, and that one's hit hard into right field. Nearly hit Wally on the way to second. Wally will move into third. Will he stop there? He will. So it's a single for Anderson to put runners on the corners and another base hit, and that brings up Owen Hoover.
Second baseman number 3, Owen Hoover.
So the Rebels, who haven't scored since the bottom of the second, are looking to strike here in the bottom of the fourth. They got 1 in the bottom of the first. The other 3 came in the bottom of the second. They had none in the third, and now they're 90 feet away from having at least 1 here in the fourth. 1 away. Runner goes. Throw to third is not in time, and they'll allow Anderson to take second base. Pitch came across as a ball. It's 1-0. Here to Owen Hoover. And this one will pop away. Facino will chase after it, and there will be no play at the plate. Wally will score. Anderson up to third. It's 5-1 in favor of DGF. And ball 2 to Hoover. This is pitch 89 coming up here for Spaeth. And this one will miss for ball 3. So 90 pitches for Spaeth, 50 balls, 40 strikes. Make that 51 balls, maybe. Yes, it took a while for him to walk, but he does walk. So runners on the corners once again, and now Peyton Oz is the batter, 0 for 2.
Shortstop number 7, Peyton Oz.
He would fly out to left, and then he would reach on a inning-ending fielder's choice. That would result in his teammate getting forced out at second with the bases loaded to end that particular inning. I believe that was the bottom of the second, if I remember correctly. Now another throw up to third. He's back in time, and now Owen Hoover will get a stolen base as a result. One and 0 now to Oz. Carson Barrett is the batter on deck. One away, and we'll see him if no double plays happen. Here's the 1-0. Up high, ball 2. Oh, and a balk has been called, so that pitch didn't happen. It's 1 ball and no strike, and it's now 6-1. As Grant Anderson will come in on the balk to score. Owen Hoover up to third, and now it's 1-1 here to Peyton Oz. This one fouled at the plate. Good for strike 2. If you're tuning in looking for the Fargo Post 400 game, that game has been rescheduled to Wednesday at 5:30. That's one of the reasons why we're here at Bob Marshall Field tonight. And this one also fouled at the plate, so the count will remain right where it's at 1-2. And then coming up Thursday, we have a pair of games for you. The Cougars will square off against the Hawley Nuggets. And then immediately after that game, it'll be the Hawley Nuggets taking on the DGF Rebels. We'll have both games here at Bob Marshall Field and both games on Magnitude Sports. This one popped up. I can't even see it. Now I see it. It's going to left field. Charging in is Trent Sipp, and it'll drop for a base hit. Sipp was a couple steps shy of making a play on that one, and that'll bring in Owen Hoover to make it 7-1. Or actually, no, it will not bring in Owen. Yes, it will. No, it won't. It will not. Hoover will stay right at third.
Catcher number 15, Carson Barrett.
So runners on the corners now, and Carson Barrett 0 for 1. Walk and a fly out to Trent Sipp in left field last time he was at the plate. And the 1-0, and that one's fouled back over my right shoulder for strike 1. Time is called by the home plate umpire. Oh, and 1. He'll show bunt. That one will get into the backstop. Here comes Owen Hoover, and now it's 7-1. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Carson Barrett. And pitch 99 here for Spaeth. It's up high and in for ball 2. And that'll be a strike. So on 100 pitches, he has 54 balls and 46 strikes, according to my numbers. We're an hour and 13 minutes into the game. Peyton Oz, the runner on second for the Rebels, are leading 7-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. They've gotten 3 of those 7 here in the bottom of the 4th with 1 away, and they're looking for more. That pitch will miss outside. A full count at 3-2 now. And he'll walk him. So now his runners on first and second after the walk. They'll bring up the third baseman, Brody O'Keefe. But first, they'll bring a visit to the mound here. So this will likely be the day for Cameron Spaeth. And if it is, he'll have 102 pitches, 56 balls, and 46 strikes. Gave up 7 runs on 4 hits. And he has stranded a total of 6 DGF runners so far. So he's given up 7 runs. He's responsible for Peyton Oz on second and Carson Barrett on first. So he could potentially be responsible for a maximum of 9 runs should Oz and Barrett come in and score before this inning is complete. We have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Cougars, so we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back and update you here in just a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit mrga.com today to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy.
All right, so Casper Kritzberger is the new pitcher here for the Ada Borup Norman County West Cougars. Wyatt Larson comes into the game to play second base, everybody else at their original positions. The JV game is now done. More on that here in just a second. The first pitch from Kritzberger is outside for ball 1 to Brody O'Keefe, who's 0 for 1. He was walked his first time. He struck out swinging on his most recent trip to the plate. 1-0. Once again, 1 away, 2 runners on. Should they come in and score, they will go to the previous pitcher. And a strike. So after the top of the 3rd inning, the junior varsity game has come to a conclusion with the DGF Rebels blanking the Cougars 25-0 is your final score in the junior varsity game. And in comparison, it's a little bit closer here. There's a strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to O'Keefe. And Kritzberger on his 5th pitch. And this one is out of play on the first base side. come inside, and it'll be ball 3 according to the home plate umpire. Kind of looked like a strike from my vantage point, but it's a full count. And that one's definitely high, and that'll walk them, and that'll load the bases. So now the final 2 runners. That the previous pitcher's responsible for, move into scoring position at second and third. And that brings up Alex Anderson. 0 for 0. Sack bunt to move teammates to second and third. His first time up. Last time he was walked. This pitch will miss for a ball. It's 1-0 now here to Alex Anderson. So Alex Anderson is batter 9 in the lineup. In the top of the order, Austin Anderson is on deck with 1 away and the base is loaded. And a strike is thrown there. And that one's a little bit low for 2 balls and a strike. And this one hit hard down the third base side and off the guardrail in front of the DGF dugout. 2-2. That one may have come off the catcher's helmet. It's a good thing he had a helmet on. It'll remain 2-2. 1 hour and 20 minutes into the ball game now here. 7-1 lead for the DGF Rebels, looking to bounce back from a pair of tough losses in Perham. And right before that, they split with the Barnesville Trojans, and right before that, they lost 2 to East Grand Forks. They've won 2 of their last 7 after starting the season 11-0. Now they're 13-5, looking to move to 14-5, and right now, things are looking up for the Rebels here in this particular game. Full count now, 3-2 here, and that one is hit into the gap left center, and racing after it was Trent Sitt, but he couldn't catch up to it, and that is going to result in Peyton Oz scoring, and Carson Barrett scoring, and Brody O'Keefe scoring, and it's a 3-run double for Alex Anderson. So that'll close the book on Carson Spade.
That 3-run double. Back to the top of the Rebel order. Number 6, the right fielder, Austin Anderson.
And your score is now 10-1 in favor of the DGF Rebels. And Austin Anderson is up to the plate now as we're back to the top of the order. And the first pitch to Anderson comes in for a strike. It's his 4th trip to the plate today. On his first 3, he would pop out to the catcher, then he'd single past a diving first and second baseman into shallow right, and then he would ground out to Wyatt Larson to end the inning last time he was at the plate. Now it's 1-1 here to Austin Anderson. First pitch a strike, second pitch a ball, and the third pitch ball 2. Go, 1 hour and 22 minutes into the game. If the Rebels can get one more, here's a little bouncer right back to Kritzberger. And with 1 out, that'll be out number 2. So a 1-3 ground out will bring us to the next batter in the lineup here, and that will be Landon Johnson. Alex Anderson advances to third on the ground out there, so now there's 2 away here. Landon Johnson's 0 for 1. A walk, a ground out to third, and then another walk. That pitch will hit the corner for strike 1. Kritzberger now on his 20th pitch. He has 9 balls and 10 strikes on 19 tosses so far. That one's a little bit high. And now he's even at 10-10 on 20. Fouled off for strike 2. If the Rebels can get Alex Anderson in from third, that would potentially put the 10-run rule into effect here over the next inning, assuming that the Cougars do not score in the top of the 5th. That'll hit him. So runners on the corners now via hit by a pitch. It's the first hit batter of the game. And I bring up Jordan Summers.
Left fielder number 2, Jordan Summers.
And we'll also have Bo Majerus come in to run for Landon Johnson. Sorry, correction, Nick Wally. Must have mixed up my courtesy runner rotation there. Pitch is outside for a ball to Summers, who is 0 for 1 with a walk, and then he struck out looking last time he was at the plate. 2-1 the count. That one will find its way into right center field. A couple bounces will bring Alex Anderson in. Wally up to second, and that is an RBI single for Jordan Summers as he returns to his hitting ways. Bringing in a run, and now bring up Grant Anderson, who's 2 for 2 with a single walk and a single.
Number 18, Grant Anderson.
First single went to left, the second single went to right, and in between the two singles, he would walk. 26 pitches now for Kritzberger, and even 13-13 on the ball strike split, and now it's ball 1 here to Grant Anderson. Owen Hoover is the on-deck batter, but with 2 away, Anderson would have to reach base with no outs occurring. And he might just reach base with, oh, holy smokes, what a catch in the outs field there in right field by Baronat. And he would dive and make the catch, now end the inning, and they'll strand 2 on base. Did not expect that one. What a play by Baronat now in right field to prevent run number 7 from coming in here in the bottom of the 4th. They get 6 across the plate. Couple more hits, and they leave 2 stranded. And that will do it for the first 4 innings of play. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Buffalo River Sales in Glyndon has a rock-solid reputation of providing excellent service, support, and satisfaction. Buffalo River Sales prides themselves on giving customers the best service available, the best parts, and the best accessories, plus a staff that understands all aspects of the business. Check out the line of Hustler mowers and Flow trailers. Buffalo River Sales also offers military discounts. Keep your equipment running right by scheduling your service and repair needs today with Buffalo River Sales, 122 State Street Northeast in Glyndon. Call 218-498-2800.
All right, 4 complete. And Casper Kritzberger is the batter here to lead things off in the top of the 5th for the Cougars. It's batters 8, 9, and 1 for Ada Borup West. Couple of changes defensively here for the Rebels. Bo Majerus will place, well, let's try that again. Bo Majerus will replace Austin Anderson in right field. Chandler Wasick will replace Brody O'Keefe at third base. And now a new first baseman replacing Grant Anderson is Colton Wagner. So the 3 seniors coming in to finish this game. 3 of, I believe, 6 or 7 seniors who were recognized tonight here on senior night, just before, or right in the middle of our pregame show, I should say. 1-1 the count now here to Casper Kritzberger. It's only his 2nd trip to the plate. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Landon Johnson, I believe, has 6 or 7 strikeouts. I'll have to double check my stat book here. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Let's take a look here really quick. I have him down for, looking at the wrong team. 7 strikeouts. All 7 of them went down swinging. 3-1 now here to Kritzberger. And a strike is called. That's 3-2.
Shortstop number 2, Brendan Fenning.
All right, welcome back. Correction, they scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th, and I said they scored 6. I forgot to push a button on that 7th run, so my apologies for that. So the 10-run rule would be in effect if the Cougars don't score here in the top of the 5th. That would end the game. And a strike is called, and it's 3-2. Actually, yeah, it's 3, no. Hang on a second. We got a runner on first, so the first one walked, and now it's 0-2. Okay. 1-2. The batter's Brennan Fetting. He reached base on the lone error of the game, so last time he was at the plate. We're 1 hour and 30 minutes in now. This one a little low and out for ball 2. So now we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. There's Casper Kritzberger. Lyndon Johnson, pitch 75, misses outside for ball 25. $25 and 50 strikes on 75 pitches, according to my numbers. And he'll walk him here. So 2 runners on base now. Kritzberger moves up to second on the walk.
Number 3, Cam Spaeth.
Cameron Spaeth is 0 for 2. A pair of groundouts, 1 to shortstop, 1 to the third baseman. Now a miss outside for a ball. It's 1-0. So Kritzberger moves up to second. Fetting on first now. Trent Sipp moves into the on-deck circle here for the Cougars. And with nobody out, the Cougars have a runner in scoring position. All they would need is a base hit to force the bottom of the 5th. One and one. And there's nobody at second to cover to possibly make a play on Kritzberger, so Johnson does not deliver the ball in that direction. Now miss outside for ball 2. Ball, strike, ball in that order on the 3 pitches so far here to Spaeth. And a strike 2. Spaeth had 102. I'd look again. I think it was 102 pitches, and he allowed 9 runs. And he's going to get a hit of his own here in right center field. They're going to send Kritzberger around third, and now they change their mind. Up to second, and now back to first. There's nobody at first. And now they throw home, and now there's a rundown between third and home. Up back to third, and they got him. So Kritzberger's off base. Fetting's up to second. Spaeth is on with a base hit. And there's one out now.
Left fielder number 11, Trent Sipp.
It was a 4-6-2-5 on the tag out at third. I think I got all the numbers in there.
Oh.
Trent Sipp is the batter, by the way. 3-0 count now here to Sipp. He struck out swinging his first time, and he walked his most recent time at the plate. And that'll do it. Strike one on a 3-0 count. We'll see if Landon Johnson can pour in strike two here on pitch 86. They'll look back at Fetting on first and deliver. Swing and a miss. Strike two and a full count. Toss the pitch to the inside and jam Sipp up. And now Craven is on deck with one away. Fetting on second, Spaeth on first on the pitch, and that's fouled back, and it'll remain right where the count is at here at 3-2.
Okay, Sarah got you a hot dog, she said. Okay, did you tell her you were hangry? No. She's like, I'm gonna buy her something to eat.
Payoff pitch number 2 on the way, and this one is up towards right field, running after it, but he will not catch up to it in foul territory. And it'll remain 3-2 once again. So payoff pitch number 3 coming up. 1 hour and 35 minutes into the ball game. One away, 2 runners on, and Trent Sipp at a full count on pitch 89 from Landon Johnson. Johnson will lean in, get the signal here from Barrett. We'll peek back at second. Wind and deliver. This one hit on a grounder towards Wasik at third, up to second. It's high, and he's safe at second. He had to jump up, and he couldn't come down in time before Spaeth would slide into second, and that'll load the bases here for the Cougars for the first time in this game. 1 hour and 36 minutes before the Cougars will get
number 5, Austin Craven.
a bases-loaded opportunity. So I'll go into the books as a fielder's choice for Sipp. Austin McCraven, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 1 to left, 1 to center. And a strike is thrown here. And he's got the bases loaded with only 1 out. So a great opportunity here for the Cougars to get some runs on the board.
We'll see how the game's going.
That pitch is a little high, and now we're even at 1-1. Wyatt Larson is the batter on deck. Big pitch here for Landon Johnson on pitch 93. See if I'm going to guess he might go to the outside to see if McCraven might chase. No, he will not. He'll jam him up inside, pop it straight up. Chance here for Barrett. He makes the catch, and that's the equivalent of a strikeout. It's out number 2. It's not a strikeout, but it's the equivalent of one. And now,
number 4, Wyatt Larson.
The Rebels got that all-important second out on the board. And now it's up to Wyatt Larson to try and keep this inning going here for the Cougars. He'll face pitch 94. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Larson 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher and struck out swinging on his last at bat. And he swings and misses here for strike 1. Pitch 95 coming up here for Landon Johnson. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So first 2 pitches and
$1
swings
dogs
on
and
both
burgers.
and pays the
$1
price
dogs
on
and
both.
burgers.
Ken Landon Johnson finished this inning here on pitch 96. Here it comes. Up high, ball 1. And it might take 97 pitches to finish. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and that leaves the bases loaded. And that is the 8th strikeout of the game here for Landon Johnson. And the second time he's rang up the Cougars' Wyatt Larson. It'll be the end of the game. As your final score, 11-1 is your final here from Bob Marshall Field. And we thank you so much for tuning in. Let's just double check the numbers here. 11-6-1-8 and 1-3-0-6. Yep, everything matches up. 11 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Cougars, and 8 left on base for the Rebels. And the Cougars have 1 run on 3 hits on 1 Rebel error, and they left a total of 6 on base. Time of the game, 1 hour and 39 minutes. And not a bad time of game there, considering the first 3 innings took about an hour to play, and then the last 2 innings took about 39 minutes to play. So not bad at all. Let's take a look at, once again, you can find us online on our website at magnitudesn.com. Of course, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram available as well. If you want to give us a like, subscribe, follow, etc. on all of those. And if you go to our website at magnitudesn.com, click on the schedule button, you can take a look at what's coming up next. We'll show you that right now. So tomorrow we'll be in Barnesville at Reed Field as the Trojans will take on the Otter Tail Central Cougars, Bulldogs, excuse me. Still thinking Ada Borup here. And then it's not on there yet because the game was rescheduled, but we do have a game on Wednesday, too. It's Game 3 of the Blue-White Series for Fargo Pulse 400. And then Thursday, we're back right here at Bob Marshall Field for 2 games, with the first one starting at 4 o'clock, the Holly Nuggets and the Ada Borup Cougars. And then in the second game at approximately 6 o'clock, it'll be the DGF Rebels taking on the Holly Nuggets, which is Game 2 of a doubleheader. It's the makeup game of that doubleheader that was played in Holly that was supposed to be a DGF home game. Did you follow all that? And the first game of that doubleheader was rained out in the 6th inning. And the second game was rescheduled for a Wednesday, and then that was rained out, and then it was rescheduled to today, or to this coming Thursday. So, and then we, after that, we travel down to Lincoln, Nebraska as the Fargo Post 400 Stars will have a total of 5 games over 3 days down in Lincoln, Nebraska. And they'll start that 5-game stretch with a very good baseball team, the Creighton Prep Blue Jays. And we'll have that game for you here on Magnitude Sports. Actually, I think it's the Creighton Prep Junior Jays, if I remember correctly. So it's the Junior Jays. Those the Jays are the college team, and the Junior Jays are the high school team, if memory serves me correctly. I've called it many matches for that particular team on Magnitude Sports over the years, so I'm 99% confident it's the Junior Jays. And then a doubleheader against Lincoln East, and then the Stars will play 2 more games on Sunday, May 28th, one against Harrisburg, South Dakota, and then the other one against Lincoln Pius, which is a Christian school out of Lincoln, Nebraska. And then they will start to make the trip home, but they'll make a stop in Brookings, South Dakota to take on the Bandits. And then we finally get home, and then Saturday and Sunday we have a Dakota Fusion soccer doubleheader. The men on Saturday as they take on the Duluth FC Blue Greens, and the women on Sunday as they take on Maplebrook Fury, and then back to Legion Baseball with the Fargo Post 400 Stars, kicking off the summer portion of their schedule with the opener against the Jamestown Eagles. Thinking the high school, but I got to switch to Legion now. So the Jamestown Eagles on June 7th. You can dig deeper into that schedule on our website at magnitudesn.com. Once again, your final score here, the DGF Rebels take care of the Cougars by the final score of 11-1. And in the JV game, the Rebels take care of the Cougars 25-0 in that one. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again tomorrow for Post 400 baseball. And then for the Rebel fans and the Cougar fans, we'll see you again here on Thursday. And I'm guessing the Holly fans probably watch this game because they're playing both of these teams on Thursday. So for any Holly fans tuning in, we certainly appreciate you tuning in as well. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon here on Magnitude Sports.
Broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.